Good morning from day 4.
It's been raining continuously for 5 days in Jhansi, so we have to ride. We got no choice. It's already 12 in the afternoon. I do a lot of wet rides, but riding daily in wet conditions is so horrible. I am using a OnePlus 7T phone, so let's see how it performs in wet. These are the extreme conditions I have ever faced. It's a bit dangerous to ride in these conditions, but we decided to ride. We also plan to stop riding if there is a lot of standing water or vision bleach. It feels like someone is taking a drum full of water and spraying it at me. We had to deal with the winds. These winds were not scary. Check out these huge trees to the left.
We filled our fuel. We are nearby Gwalior.
The rains were finally stopped and we decided to take a short break.
I am a tea lover. I need to have some tea. Look at our bikes, they are so dirty. Our chains are as well dirty. So you can see the chain is so dirty. He is dirty, Senna is dirty. Everything is dirty, we are dirty. Basically riders are dirty. Hello. Okay, wheel is moving, spray. Come on, spray, full spray. Wow, chain is superb. Good job. Neeku mari naaku. Done.
It's 5 pm and finally we reached Agra. I started to feel my rear wheel is shaking a lot. I don't know why, but I was feeling something is like shaking under my rear wheel. So I had decided to pull out.
Issue with my bike. The ABS sensor through this bolt has gone off. I don't know. The tire is wobbling a lot. It's a bit shaking. So I'm in Agra. I just contacted Venkatesh bhai, who just said to take to service center and get the bolt fixed and tied the wheel nut. So we are going to YAMAHA service center, which is nearby, some 3 kilometers from here. So let's see how it goes on.
We reached this Yamaha service center and got the wheel removed to check the issue. We found that one of the wheel bearings had an issue and it needed to be replaced. They replaced the faulty bearing and also got the other wheel bearings checked to ensure there are no more issues. My friend's R3 had a horn problem. It was too low and we got a new horn replaced to his bike as well. Thanks to Yamaha Motors who fixed our issue. This is the faulty bearing and there is no grease at all. It's completely rusted and that was the problem. The wheel bearing of R3 are made in Japan and are costly. Those are available only on order and JM Motors provided the bearings which were made in India used for FZ and R15. These bearings were a bit cheap quality and I carried one more extra spare bearing for backup. My bike is at 60,000 kilometers odo and till now I have never faced this issue. These heavy rains cause the bearing and horn issues.
Today we are staying at this hotel in Agra. The bikes are parked very well. This is the end of day 4.
We only covered 220 kilometers on day 4.
Okay, this is day 5. We are starting from Agra and heading towards north.
There are many places to visit in Agra, like Taj Mahal, Agra Fort and Mathura. I visited these places and my friend wants to visit these places. So we decided to visit these places when we return back from our trip. We are taking this route. This is the Yamuna Express Way. This is the toll road. two-wheelers are charged as well. You need to pay from 200 to 300 rupees depending upon how far you are using this expressway. This expressway is bumpy. You have a lot of patches on the road. We were doing some crazy speeds, like we were cruising at 180 speed, and you can feel how bumpy the expressway is. You have all facilities available on this expressway, like some restaurant, or even we can fill fuel as well. We filled our fuel and we found the sky is clear. It's been like 5 days and we are able to see a proper clear sky. The view has changed a lot. It's like warm. This didn't last for a long time. It was just for a while and later the sky is covered with clouds. We are near to Noida and end of Yamuna Expressway. This is the BIC, Buddh International Circuit. Just we can see the grandstand. I have been there once. We are about to exit the Yamuna Expressway and take to the Noida. Just like 2 kilometers left over, and I tried to turn on the GoPro and I was checking if the camera is recording or not, and this happens. Both my alloys were broken, there were cracks.
పంచరు అమ్మ రికార్డ్ చేసుకుంటూ వచ్చిన అది రికార్డ్ చేద్దామంటే చిన్న గుంత వచ్చేసిన చిన్న గుంతలో ఎక్కించిన.
First things first, I am fine, nothing happened to me, rider is okay. I checked my luggage. I was carrying a laptop and a camera, so I checked my luggage and other parts, everything were fine, no issues. We inspected the bike like fork, cone set, bearings and other things, and we found no issues. It's just the alloys which were damaged. It's my mistake. I just turned on the GoPro and saw the pothole at the very last moment. If I would have seen the pothole, I would have avoided it. I crossed many potholes, but this time it was unexpected, and also there were no pothole across the entire expressway, and this gave me a surprise, a last moment. Nothing can be done, and these rims are also like used for a long time, like 60,000 kilometers, so I can't blame anything or anybody or anyone. It just happened at that situation. I have no other option. Only thing is the alloy needs to be replaced to continue my journey. We reached this hotel in New Delhi. Don't ask me how. With all these issues, we covered only 220 kilometers on day 5. I had a plan B. like just in case if my R3 gives trouble, I could rent a bike like a Royal Enfield Classic 350 and continue my ride. But I have a friend in Delhi, Shanu Bhai, and he rides a R3. He got a YouTube channel, Knots Rider. We contacted all the Yamaha showrooms in Delhi to check if alloys are available, but alloys are only available on pre-order and we have to wait for 1 to 2 months. This doesn't work out and useless. Shanubai got good contacts in Delhi and he advised to reach out Sahil Auto Square, a garage in Janakpuri area in New Delhi. We reached out to this garage and they inspected and mentioned to replace the alloys as expected. Iqbal Bhai is the owner of the garage and also deals with the scrap business. He said he will arrange the used alloys in 1 day as this was an emergency and we were in a middle of bike trip. We didn't believe but they did arrange within a day. These were the alloys and these doesn't have the ABS ring as these were from a non-ABS model. They drilled the holes to these alloys and converted to a perfect working ABS alloy. I then got a new pair of rubber as I didn't want to take a risk with the current ones as it took a heavy beating. Finally, the bike is ready and we did testing and everything looks perfect. My friend's R3 got a RCB brake master cylinder and this screw had an issue when we were roaming in Delhi and this master cylinder was not working properly. The bike was not stopping. So they even got a stock R3 master cylinder, a used one, and we replaced to his bike as well. We got our bikes washed and both the bikes were in perfect condition to ride. Iqbal Bhai is such a wonderful person and he got this pick with MS Dhoni as he worked on few of Dhoni's bikes. He's so down to earth person and I got so much respect towards him. Iqbal Bhai even mentioned that I will go to Ladakh and complete my trip and return back home safely and he even assured it. He even appreciated the mods I did with my R3. We had a lot of conversation on many things related to bikes and rides and modifications and it was so much fun and learning. Thanks to Sahil Auto Square, Iqbal Bhai and his son Bilal who worked on our bikes throughout the day. I don't have words to express the help I received. Don't ask me how much they charged for alloys and service. It's all about the biking brotherhood and thanks to Shanu Bhai and special thanks to Saurav Dada who gave the contact of Iqbal Bhai. Saurav Bhai even mentioned that if you have any trouble anywhere in North, just give me a call. I was really surprised and amazed to have these kind of friends and well-wishers all over. Thanks to entire North Rider group. We had spent some time with North Rider gang the rest of the day. Chalo. Good morning from Delhi. We are heading towards Srinagar. Let's see how many kilometers we will clock today. The weather looks good. And this is the hotel where we stayed. Aura 44. A very good hotel. The owner of this hotel is also a biker and he gave us some discount. We were in trouble but he helped us a lot. Thanks to everybody, thanks to all people who helped me in Delhi. We need to get out from this Delhi traffic. Around 8 a.m. we started our ride. We had some breakfast once we were out of Delhi and on highway. We will be using the route from Delhi to Ambala via Kurukshetra and from Ambala we will be moving towards Jalandhar and from Jalandhar it is Pathankot. From Pathankot we will be entering to Jammu. So let's see how far we can ride today.
dhaba for some refreshment. Talking about mileage, you can see my average is around 30.7. It's a proper clean highway from Delhi to Chandigarh. Even he is getting around 29 to 30, just 1 to 2 kilometer difference. It's due to riding style, but the mileage is as of now is good.
We have to ride in this horrible traffic conditions. It's so hot, it's so humid over there. We were like sweating a lot, and adding this pollution, it was so much worse. Not all the time we'll be having the highway. Sometimes we need to deroute due to various conditions, like flyovers gets blocked due to accidents or due to road conditions. We can't avoid it. We just need to go through it, and the ride keeps on. Deep in my mind, I still think what's gonna happen today. Because the last two times when I was riding, one day I had a bearing issue, one day I had a alloy issue, and I was still in that thought like what will happen today. But I always keep a positive mindset, positive mentality, and whatever it happens, it's everything is good for me. Like whatever it happens, anything, just keep the positive mentality, and we continued our ride. We started to observe the golden hours. It's the sunset time, and the roads were lit with the gold color. The sun was bit playing a hide and seek game as we just entered the twisties. It's a completely shadow of a hill. out how the sun gets revealed now. This is an amazing view. I have never seen this view of sunset. The camera is not justifying at all. The sun was so big, it's like a huge ball, and the view was awesome at this point. I don't think any camera can justify this. It's an amazing experience to witness the golden hours. Check those roads. We crossed Pathankot and finally will be entering into Jammu. The first place would be the Lakhanpur.
And they checked our COVID test, the RT-PCR test, so we showed them and they allowed us. So one checkpost, this is the first checkpost wherein we were stopped. Okay, this is the first off-road. Oh my god. There, bhaiya, left bhaiya. Iru.
We were continuing our ride, even it's night, still we were riding. It's almost 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m. and we reached a place called Samba. It's a district in Jammu. So we will be staying in a hotel in Samba for tonight.
15%.
We did a lot of riding today, and without any issues we covered around 570 kilometers on day 8.